Hello everyone and welcome back to All Doll Love. Today I'm coming at you with some 2026 wish list / resolution ideas and what I want for both my collection and the way I post about my dolls on Instagram, YouTube, Tumblr, all of those places. I've set myself some guidelines for my collecting this year since I don't have the budget to go all out. So I don't want to bring more than like 2-ish new dolls into the collection. And I want to be very intentional about what like outfits and accessories I bring in since I don't have a lot of space to keep things in the place I'm at now. So just kind of keeping that in mind and also making sure that what I am getting is stuff that I actually really want. So that's like the biggest thing. And then in terms of like posting, my goal is to be a lot more like reliable and consistent. I'm going to aim for one video a month, which probably doesn't sound like a lot, but it's what's going to work for my schedule, hopefully. If I just post the last Friday of the month, fingers crossed, that's my current goal. I'm currently recording this on January 30th, so if it doesn't make it up today, oops, it should be up tomorrow. But I guess you know better than I do right now. So yeah, those are my goals. These ones are like in order, biggest priority. Claudie, fingers crossed, will be joining the collection this year as a gift to my partner or something that they get for themselves. Unclear yet, depends on just like saving up. But Claudie is our top priority. And then some other dolls that I really want to get into the collection. And like I said, just like maybe 2-3 of them. That's where I want to max out this year in terms of space. But Yvette, stunning. I was not into collecting when she came out, and I missed out her. And then Ivy, Nellie. I love the Best Friend girls. These two are my favorites. I'll get at least one of them into the collection this year. And then I'm not usually much of a truly me collector, but 132 is something special. Like that girl, oh, I need her. For Girl of the Years, the oldest and the newest on the list for this year. But yeah, just if I can find either of them for reasonable, good price. They're both on the list. I like Addie, because I don't have an Addie mold in my collection, and that is a true shame. These 8 are the dolls that I'm prioritizing bringing into the collection this year, but I do have a list of other dolls where if I found them for a magically low price, never gonna happen, but if I did, I would be allowed to bring these ones into the collection as well. So I do have 2 limited edition dolls on this list, neither of which ever gonna make it to the collection, but they could. So first is the toy soldier doll from several years ago. Again, I wasn't into collecting when she was available. I missed out. Not that I would ever be able to pay collector prices anyways. And the other doll is so new that I won't be able to find her this year, I doubt. Not for a good price. That's the Josefina mold of the Glimmering Gold doll. I like everything about this doll set up for me to love her because I love the Josefina mold. I love that hair, like stunning doll. Absolutely beautiful, and I don't normally like when like the dolls have makeup on, but this one I would make an exception. And then I have a few historicals on the list as well. Kirsten, Nanea, Molly, Nikki, Hoffman. So just those 4. I'll keep my eye out for a good price on them. And then a handful of Girl of the Years. Corinne, Covey, Luciana, and Blair are my Girl of the Years that I'm watching out for this year. And then surprisingly, I do have 3 truly me's on this list. Number 112, number 115, and number 122. Number 122 being my favorite out of this grouping because I love those bangs, I love the highlights, everything about her, just beautiful. So these are the dolls that I'm watching out for this year, and I will not be getting any dolls not from these lists. And that better be true. So this is where my wish list becomes a little more flexible, since my top priority right now for my collection is having like usable pieces that I can use in different situations and switch up, which is true of some of the items on this list and not true of others. Ignore the hypocrisy. But these are my top 8 outfits that I want to get this year. And notably, not all of these dolls are dolls that I have or want anytime soon. But like, I use my collection, I think, differently than a lot of people who I see who only put dolls in outfits from their collections. I mix and match it all. Doesn't matter if I have the doll or not. I like it. It's going in the collection and it's getting mixed in. So, with that being said, the number one outfit I would want to get this year is Cecile's meat outfit, because I just found a Cecile for a pretty reasonable price like 2 months ago. So she's new to my collection, but she came nude. So I'd love her meat outfit. That would be really cool. And then second on my list is the new Western Flowers denim jumpsuit. I think this is one of the best outfits AG has released in a while. I think it's so darling. Maybe it's just the doll they're modeling it on, but so, so cute. And then after that is Yvette's floral duster and denim outfit. This is another one that I think is really cute, and I think these pieces, like, it's kind of hard to tell just looking at them, but I have a feeling that I could mix and match them pretty well. The next outfit I know is very optimistic to think that I would ever get it for a reasonable price, but might as well put it on the list. You never know what'll happen. And that's Melody's birthday outfit. Purple is my favorite color, and I love when AG commits to a true purple outfit. I almost put Addie's purple dress on this list too, but I held off, and it's still on my radar, but not top of the list this year. Okay, and then I have Luciana's Stellar outfit. This one I think is so cute, would be so good for like kind of my more nerdy dolls, or my dolls who don't like to wear a ton of like skirts and dresses, because I tend to find it more difficult to dress those girls since I don't have a lot of good like bottoms for them to wear. So that would be good in that regard, and then also just the jacket is so cute. Next is the famous World Traveler in Ireland outfit. I want this just for that green cardigan. Like, if I only got that green cardigan, I'd be happy. But yeah, this outfit also on the list. Another, like, a classic in the community for a reason, because it's so cute. And then Mary Ellen's play outfit. This one, just kind of simple, but I like that vibe. I think it would fit in well with my collection. And last, Kit's floral print dress. I want more of Kit's collection, and I think this dress is really cute and fun and good for summer. So that's why it's on the list. And then in terms of the outfit category, I am allowed to stray from the list if it's for basics or things that would fit well in the collection that are really well priced. And I do have an extremely long list of outfits that I am generally interested in. So I can always reference that and say, try to keep limiting myself to that or similar type of items. The ultimate section of my wish list is accessories / like really small sets. And these are, again, my top 8 things that I would like to look out for. And this is also bringing in that kind of versatility, mix and match type of thing. And also other just cute little things that I do want. So the first thing on my list I'm looking out for is Lainey's accessories. I love Lainey. Lainey is like one of my partner's favorite dolls. She's so cute. I want more from her collection. Same for Claudie, which is why her accessories are also on this list. And not on the list, but something I'm keeping an eye out for is her dog, Dizzy Dot, I believe. And then I've also got Ivy's accessories on this list. Everything except for Ivy's meat outfit is something that I do really want from her collection. And then also Luciana's accessories, so cute. I love the space theme. Yvette's accessories, same thing, like adorable. I think that jacket would work with a lot of different outfits. And then the City of Lights accessories. The little cat pack is so cute, and I also just really like it. And then the Jenny's Splendid Ice Cream Tote. My partners grew up near one, so like is a big thing where they're from. So that like is something that we're keeping an eye out for too. And then last on this list is Addie's Tin Pail Lunch. I love the little love cookies, and that's why I put this version on here because I like them being their separate letters. And then I do have a handful of other things that I am watching out for, and that I am also allowed to get, but I'm not. They have to be for like the best price possible. I'm not putting them at the top of the list. Just also on my radar, Addie's Winter Fun. I love Mancala. I want my dolls to be able to play Mancala. Claudia's accessories. So stinking cute. Nenea's accessories. Ruthie's accessories. Like I said, my favorite color is purple. Lainey's nature set. It's another very versatile jacket. Some cute little accessories. Luciana's Starry Night accessories. I don't think this would be as versatile, but I do think it's so stinking cute. And finally, the Sundays for Two set. So those are the accessories that I'm looking out for this year. The last section of my wish list I have is furniture. Here I really can only bring like one thing into the collection this year since like I mentioned before, I do not have the storage space. So I have them ranked in my order of preference, but any of these things, if I found a good deal on, the number one thing I really want is Kit's roll top desk and swivel chair, because back in my parents' house, have a roll top desk that I used in high school. So, like, Kit's just like me. And then the next two things on the list are both from the World by Us collection, the community center couch accessories set, and the table and chairs set. I think these are cute. They'd make good set pieces. So that's on the list. And then another Kit item, because she is just like me, Kit's homemade scooter. I think it's really cute, and I really like it. So this has been on my list since I was like. Next up is the biggest item on this list, Lainey's camper and gear. So cute, so much detail. I'll probably never find it or be able to afford it, but might as well have it on the list. Next up is Julie's egg share set. This is a little out of my typical style, but I think it's so fun. It's a really cool piece. It's another one I've been eyeing since I was a kid. And then Claudia's kick scooter. Very small item, especially in comparison to some of these others, but keeping it on the list. And then last is an item that I don't think is really cute, but I like the functionality of it, and I think I could definitely make it work, is the 3-in-1 game night table. I love games. I love game nights. This would be such a cute little photo prop. So, what can I say? It's on the list. So that brings me out of my collection goals and into my AG Tube goals specifically. I've got a lot of plans. I do have approximately 12 videos planned for this year, including this one already, just to try and stay on top of it. But I've got ideas for ranking videos. I specifically want to rank meat outfits. Also, I want to do some like Sims tie-ins. If any of you have played The Sims, I do a lot of Sims, and I've heard people call that virtual dolls. And I think there would be some like fun connections where I could make AG dolls in The Sims or like build houses inspired by them. So I've got some good ideas up my sleeves. I also want to do some more tag videos this year and participate in the community. And then I want to kind of go back to my personal AGTube roots as a kid and what drew. I want to go back to my personal AGTube roots and what drew me in at first as a kid, and that's like series-based storytelling using American Girl dolls. So I have kind of a general idea for what the story might be that I want to put together. So that's pretty much all of my YouTube goals for this year. And then I have, and I will continue to keep posting on Instagram every weekend. So, yeah, please stick around, hang out, and see what's to come. So, with all of that being said, thank you so much for watching. Keep loving your dolls, and I'll see you next one. Bye-bye!